Okay, we are live. Hi, guys.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Finally, after 2 weeks of being away, we
my
are
goodness.
back. Okay, so I'm seeing a bunch of people join. Thomas, before we do our weekly cheers,
Yeah.
why don't you go through and say hello?
Don't mind if I do. So, hello, everybody. Hello, Lane and Aranda and Rebel Heart and Clinton and Carolyn and Jason and Sapna and Dennard and Evie. Hello, everyone. Glenn the gay guy. So right now, excuse me. Why don't we start with our toast?
Let's do it.
Our cheers. I mean, not our. I guess it's not a toast, is it? Okay. So, whether you are drinking wine, tea, coffee, water, sparkling water, or still, cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
You didn't say your thing. We made it through another week.
You always say that.
No, I do the cheers, and then you say, we made it through another week.
Well, we did.
We did. We've made it, guys. Okay. So the last time we went live, I just looked it up, was on May 14th, which sounds crazy because that seems like so long ago and so much has happened since the last time we went live. Kids are out of school for summer. We went to Europe on a cruise. And what else? We did a field trip to our farm. Our son's second grade class came to Ocoee Farm for a field trip. So yeah, lots to catch up on. I feel like someone asked where the kids were earlier. The reason we're going live an hour earlier tonight at 7 instead of 8 is because the kids are getting home at like 8:15. They are out with their aunt right now. And so we are going to have to be very strict tonight and cut this off right at 8 so that we're ready for them when they get home. 1 hour tonight.
1 hour.
All right, PJ. So let's catch up. What do we want to start with?
Well, why don't you talk about your cruise experience? How was it?
Oh yeah, mine. Just my singular cruise experience. The cruise is wonderful. So for those who don't know, we went on a cruise with Celebrity Cruises. We have worked with them in the past many times. So if you've been here a while, then you know we love Celebrity Cruises. They are like family to us. This is our 6th time working with them. So we went to Europe on this cruise. We went to Cannes and Portofino and Rome and Tuscany and Corsica. It was the most beautiful trip ever.
What was your favorite port? Because I feel like it's the same as mine.
It starts with the word port.
Tofino.
Portofino.
We like all of the places we went were very magical and lovely. In Tuscany, we did like the truffle hunting, and it was at a farm, which was so inspirational for like coming back home and like ideas for our farm. And that was great. But Portofino was so cute.
Yes.
It was the like little bitty Italian town in this like little waterway that it was so pretty. It was so cute and loved it.
We did love it. It felt like a movie.
Yeah. The ship that we were on was the Edge. So it was the very Thomas's.
I'm so sorry.
Wiping the camera.
Yeah, it's the computer.
Well, it's just the quality of the
I always open the computer right there. See, it's already a little better. And so it's like I had smudge on the camera. Actually, okay, it's not that much. You know what? It is a little better. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Keep going.
Okay. So
my favorite part about the cruise, you asked me that, was just being, I think, in another country with you for the first time in years. We haven't cruised with Celebrity Cruises since summer of 2019. So actually, the last time that we did a cruise with them, the next week, whenever we got home, we got our kids. And so it felt kind of like a return to old times.
mhm.
And so it was really nice. That was my favorite part. What was your favorite part?
It's so funny because like I love traveling and I love experiencing new places,
Mhm.
but the best thing about traveling for me is like in my day-to-day life, I do like we do like so much work. We
Mhm.
do between like all of the properties that we are like working on and um
Kids.
like it's a nice break, but I also get the most inspired to get back home when I'm away from home. And so I'm
Mhm.
always like by the end of the trip, I've like taken photos of like architecture, or, like flower beds or random things that have inspired me like when I was traveling. And then when I come back home, I'm like inspired to like do things. So like we made a vegetable garden with the kids. And then
Mhm.
today I worked out in our yard and I cleaned all of the flower beds and I tilled two different areas to plant some like seeds. And I don't know, my favorite part about traveling is like getting inspired while I'm
Yeah.
gone, but then also just so excited to get back home and like implement those things that brought me joy in different places into like our day to day.
I think that's so wonderful because, like, yeah, our day to day, it's like we're home all the time, and like you get so used to a place that you sometimes have trouble seeing it with fresh eyes. And I feel like that's what traveling does. It allows you to see your world with fresh eyes.
Yeah.
Um, Real quick, we talk about the wine. Someone asked, like, what are we drinking? If it's like sweet or dry. So we're drinking Chardonnay tonight. I picked out 2 bottles yesterday, but then we changed our minds and decided to go with a black box. So we're drinking black box tonight, and it's Argentina Chardonnay, and actually it is so good. I will say, if I were going to drink box wine, it's going to be black box. And I've had the California and there's another one for the Chardonnay, and my favorite, I think, is the Argentina. So that's what we're drinking tonight. Oh, hey, Jed on TikTok. He said he loved all the Europe hits.
Oh, hey.
Okay, real quick. Reputation Clears on TikTok wants to know, what is your favorite Taylor Swift album, PJ?
So it would have been an order, like it's changed over the years. So I would say 1989, then Folklore, and now Midnight's is my favorite.
It's like everyone, she just keeps getting better.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it'd be easy for me to say Midnight's is my favorite because it's the most recent, and like her songwriting and like her craft, it's so much, she's spent 17 years fine tuning it and fine crafting it. But I don't know. I would probably say Midnight's or Red or Folklore.
um for your handle's already gone, but you asked about my shirt. This is from Hollister.
I love that shirt.
I feel like we linked it, but I don't know if it may be in the shop tab on our Instagram if you go and check that out.
You want we should make a blog post where it's like all the shirts that we wore, because people have been asking a bunch about like that one and the other one you wore, and so we should just do a blog that is like linking everything. And
I did get a lot of compliments on this shirt whenever I wore it. But yeah, I like it.
Chris on TikTok said you guys need a cooking channel. You know what? Okay, we have been watching. Well, PJ puts it on in the morning. Martha Stewart in the morning to get us like inspired for various, I don't know, tasks throughout the day. And it's on the Roku channel, so it's free. You don't pay anything. And it has like all of the episodes and all of the seasons from Martha Stewart living from like 1990 up until now. She has approximately 1 million different kinds of shows. Martha Bakes, Martha Gardens, Martha Stewart Living, like all these different, Martha Knows Best. And that is inspiring. Like we watched it this morning and it made me want to clean. And then you went outside and worked. And That was wonderful.
Yeah, I've loved that. My mama used to watch that when I was a kid, and so I grew up to her making like breakfast and watching that, and then it just has carried on. I've always loved Martha Stewart.
He
Martha
really
Stewart
has.
Living. I love her. I would love to meet her.
Wouldn't that be wonderful? Surely, like we have to know someone who knows her that can like have us meet her. Lori over on YouTube said, as a CASA, I absolutely thank you from my heart, of hearts, for adopting children within the foster care system. I too's in the system, but not as fortunate. Oh, Lori, my mom is a CASA as well, and she volunteers with them. So I think that is so wonderful. And thanks for watching. I love whenever people bring up or talk about foster care on these lives, because it just shows you a lot more people care than you think.
Yeah. Carolyn said, Thomas, loved seeing another side of you last night, singing and dancing.
Cannot believe you put that on.
We had a friend who I went to high school with come over. She is from the area, but she lives pretty much in Nashville. She has a house here, but she basically lives in Nashville. And it was such a fun night. I haven't had a night like that where like you laugh so hard that your stomach, like your abs hurt the next day. And like today my abs are sore. I was laughing so hard. It was so fun. And we were not doing anything but like watching YouTube videos of like old performances of pop stars singing.
Why do we always do that with Julia? We were like, yeah, the kids went to his mom's house. So we had no kids for the night. And yeah, it was fun.
It was so much fun. Yeah.
It was fun. But yes, I don't normally show that side, but it honestly only comes out with like songs. Don't you feel like the theatrics usually come out, or like movies?
Yeah.
Okay. So
let's say what was our least favorite part about traveling?
Least favorite part about traveling.
I have one.
I have one too.
Okay. So what is yours?
I mean, how like okay. My least favorite part about traveling was I'm thrown off my schedule.
I'm going to say the exact same thing. Like we have like such a routine that without that routine, it really messes up your tummy.
Let's call it a tummy schedule. How about that? How about we call it, so we don't get like too graphic or gross?
Yeah.
Mess up our tummy schedule.
The jet lag mixed with like just getting off of schedule is not fun.
Yeah, and it's taken about a week to get back onto it. Jed said the sleep schedule of traveling is the worst. So yes, Jed, you're right, except we're not talking about, yeah, he said, oh, tummy sked. Yes, shed. Yeah, shed. That's what we're talking about. That's my least, but I mean, honestly, it was such a wonderful trip altogether. We thought we were going to like be crying over the kids and missing them so much. Uh-oh, we didn't turn our air off.
RC had to log off on YouTube.
Bye,
See you
RC.
later. Thanks for stopping in.
Sorry. Okay, sorry. I have to turn our air off because it is so loud. And that's what that noise is that you hear now. Sounds like white noise, but it's just our air. The crew, we thought we were going to like really miss the kids so much, which we did. Obviously, we did miss the kids, but it wasn't like an ache. Like we knew they were in good hands. We FaceTimed them every single day.
I think it would be like all of our kids were excited to stay with our moms. Mm-hmm. And I think if any of our kids were sad at all or like cried before we left or cried while we were gone, it would have really made it hard. But yeah, they seemed like they were having so much fun with like, they took turns. So like they spent the first like 3 days with Thomas's mom, or no, with my mom. Mm-hmm. Then Thomas's mom had them for like 4 days. And then my mom, it was a total of 8 days, I think.
Yeah.
But they went back and forth. So, and like Thomas's mom stayed at our house with the kids. And so like Monday through Friday, it was like a regular schedule for them. Like they woke up in their own bed and went to school and got picked up and came back home. And So I think their schedule was so similar to what it was because they spend the night with my mom on the weekends. Typical, like they were over there last night. So like having a Monday through Friday at home and then a weekend with the mamaw, it just was really easy on them. However, when we got back, they were like, I don't know if next time we want you to go for that long. And we were like,
I know. And now every time we're like we dropped him off at PJ's mom's last night, and our daughter was like, you're going to be gone for 1 week. And we were like, no, sweetie, one night. And like now they think every time we like leave them for any amount of time, it's like a really obscene amount of time.
Yeah.
Jed asked about what's our favorite part of being a parent at school. I feel like we're pretty involved in school, like with their schooling. Like I went and read to them last year to our daughter's class. We go to all the games, which that's not school, but we the field trip where our son's second grade class took a field trip to our farm. So yeah.
I obviously love like all the things that the kids being in school means. Like they have performances and like all of that's super fun. And I enjoy that. I also enjoy like representing like a gay family because like, I don't know, I'm sure there's gotta be at least another family. I don't know of any other families that have same-sex parents
at
the kids' elementary school. And so I think just like being there and showing up in the morning and in the afternoon and at the like little functions that they have really helps to like show the community. Like I feel like it's something that in this area a lot of people don't experience because it's not the norm. But yeah, I enjoyed that.
I do too.
And then like feeling the acceptance from like the faculty and the other like kids' parents and stuff, that's a nice like experience as well.
That's so true. I will say, yeah, I love like showing up to events with our family, like our family of 5, and like walking in and just feeling proud of our family and being like, yeah, we're here just like every other parent. And we're, like, I don't know, you're right. There is something that's like liberating and powerful about that.
And like our kids will come home and they'll talk about like how maybe they mention that their dads did something and like a classmate will be like, huh? And then they'll explain like, I have 2 dads. And at this age range, they have not had any like bullying from that. I do expect that to happen one day, but so far everything has been positive. Like the kids who asked those questions didn't like try to make fun or bully the kids and like seem interested. And I mean, just the fact that the school had like the whole second grade came to our farm to like do a field trip. I don't know. I'm surprised and I'm like happy and I like that.
I mean, to that point, exactly. Like the kids who do ask never make, like you said, they don't make fun. And it's like, that just shows you that behavior is learned. Like all of them are just like, oh yeah, you have 2 dads. Okay, cool. Will you pass me the crayon? Like they literally don't even think twice about it. But like you said, they will when they get older, which is sad. Because right now they're just so like, I don't know, innocent. Yeah. So all that aside, okay, so a couple of people have asked. Derek said Thomas Boo Boo did the razor break. So Derek, what had happened was I didn't shave in Europe for some reason, even though we brought the razor. I could have, but I didn't, and then I just never shaved whenever we got home. I don't know. You're not feeling it? You don't like it when I grow it out.
I mean,
you like it better? Like,
I think I prefer it clean.
Yeah.
But like not like shaved, but maybe just like buzzed.
Like not clean shaven. Yeah, I definitely don't like clean shaven. PJ's hair game is strong too. I know. Look at the curl. It does look really good.
Thanks.
I love it. PJ, when are you cut? Dan Chris on YouTube said, PJ, when are you cutting your hair?
I actually cut my hair. I cut it this week.
Like yeah, a lot shorter.
Like 2 days ago, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Bye, Jed.
See you, Jed.
Yeah, it looks really good. You cut it quite a bit off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, PJ cuts his hair. He cut my hair last time, actually on live, and then he cut the boys' hair about 2 weeks ago on our back porch. And he does a really good job. You've kind of like perfected cutting hair.
I do enjoy it.
Oh, you do?
I feel like every story of mine starts off with my mama used to do my mama used to do that, but my mama used to cut my hair, and so I always watched her do it. And so I kind of took over.
You did a great job.
Thank you.
Deb over on TikTok said, "Any plans for more animals at the farm?"
Absolutely not. We other than like all of our sheep are pregnant and are going to be having lambs again. We keep like finding ourselves in a situation where it's like this person has an animal that needs to be rehomed, and then we take that animal in. I'm just like, I'm at the point where like I don't want to take in any more animals. I'm happy with the ones that we have, and then yeah, so I'm content with the animals we have. I don't want any more.
Yeah, I agree. Shelton said, "I'm new. What are we talking about over on TikTok?" Well, we've talked about.
Thomas said, Thomas, that confused me when I said it out loud. Thomas said, how are the donkeys? The donkeys are doing good. They are protecting the sheep. We have not had any coyote issues since the donkeys have been on the farm. So that's awesome.
Yeah, we really have.
We had 3 new lambs born whenever we were on the cruise ship. So 2 of our sheep go TA and Gertrude, which we call her Gertie. So Gertie had twins, a boy and a girl, and then the other one had a boy. So 3 new lambs.
Yes.
Speaking of the farm, we are. Oh, Sopna said, "How's Dixie?" which also relates to the farm. Dixie's doing great. She has farm duty this weekend, so she's feeding all the animals, so we didn't have to go out there. Thomas and I go out there usually like Monday through Friday. Sometimes I go and he stays home, especially like during the school year, because it was like during the time that the kids were getting out of school. So I kind of like take care of the animals Monday through Friday, and then Dixie takes care of the animals on Saturday and Sunday. And that's a nice system. We have, now that we know that we're home for the month of June, because our sons are both in like a summer program, and it's a month. It starts tomorrow and it goes through June. So we're home all of June, which means we're going to attempt to like knock out as many things. Like coming back from vacation, I'm like inspired. I'm ready to get some things checked off the to-do list. And we have so many things on the to-do list. But starting this week, we're lining up contractors for Holiday House.
Yes.
So we have somebody scheduled for the siding at the end of the month. We have somebody who is going to be doing like the insulation inside of the house. We're going to do a spray foam insulation instead of a bat insulation. And they are supposed to be doing that on Friday. Okay. And then the following, this week, I'm also meeting with a drywall person. So they're going to be coming out and giving us a quote to do the drywall for the house. That will hopefully happen in the next 2 weeks. So insulation next week, hopefully drywall the week after, which then after drywall is in, we can either do like the painter, or we have all of the hardwood floors. We could install those. We've got to knock this out, because I am so tired of working on this house. I need it to be finished so like I can move on to a new venture in my life.
And so we can get out there.
And so that takes us to the end of June. July, our beach house or shack, little 600 square foot shack, is going to be finished. And so we're going to try to spend most of the month of July at the beach shack, putting in furniture and kind of styling it, getting the kitchen appliances and all the things, making it livable. Mm-hmm. And then we may look into doing like a short-term rental sometime in like the fall or winter. So be on the lookout for that. Not 100% sure if we're going to do that or not, but it doesn't make sense to just have a house sit there for months when we're not using it.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't, does it?
Nope. And then that brings us to August, which then brings us back to the school year. So we'll be home with the kiddos, but hopefully home will be at the farm, holiday house.
Yeah, that is the plan. Real quick, I'm sorry. Happy Pride Month, everyone. We have not addressed that. It's Pride Month. Happy Pride. Yeah, the goal for Holiday House is to be out there full time. What that looks like, I'm not 100% certain. I know full time, like in theory, means like every single day of every single month of every year. But the goal right now, I think we're going to play it by ear. So the goal is to like get out there to Holiday House, which is on our farm. It's about 25 minutes from town, and to see how we like it. And then, maybe give it 6 months. And if it's like, okay, it's too far out with the kids and the animals and everything, then maybe it'll just be for like weekends and summers. But we know that we want to at least give it a shot to live on the farm full time.
Yeah.
It's like what we've been aiming for the last like 2 years.
I'm so curious because I always have so many things on my to-do list. And so a lot of the times when I go to the farm, it can do two things. It can either like bring me so much joy that I'm just like in the mindset of like, wow, this is amazing. I love this. Being in nature and just like hearing nature and not being so compacted, mm-hmm. I feel I love. But then sometimes I'm out there and I'm like, that needs to be mowed and that needs to be done and that needs to be done and that needs to be done. And then I get overwhelmed and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not. I grew up on a farm, but I was never an adult on a farm.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll
see. It's a different perspective, and like responsibility is different.
It's so weird because every single year when we do like we'll do like words for the year and like what we want to live by for that year and things that we want to work on and maybe even accomplish. And every year we put minimize. Yeah. And it's not just like minimize in one aspect of our life. It's like minimize in every aspect of our life. I feel like we have so much going on like all the time that it would be nice to like have less things on that list.
Yes.
And we actually initiated that. We took the steps of like, we sold a lot of our, we sold all of our rental properties. So we got rid of those so that we didn't have to like deal with those or manage those. And that helped. And then we bought another one. We bought Getaway House, fix it up. And then we're going to do a short-term rental. And then we were like, no, minimize. So we sold that one. But I feel like we're constantly, it's funny. Like we say minimize, but then we add things to it outside of.
What if we didn't say minimize anymore? Because that creates conflict in itself, because it's like, we are going to minimize and then we don't. And then there's like that tension there. And it's like, if we just don't commit to minimizing, then we're not let down and we're not disappointed.
I don't know. I feel like if we don't minimize or have that, it'll just be like the most insane
like it'll get out of control.
Yeah.
Derek on YouTube said, full-time on the farm, you don't love the house you're in.
And see, that's the hard thing. We absolutely love this house.
We really love this house.
Like, we love holidays here. It's weird when you have that option, when you like have two things that you love equally.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, I'm so sorry. Zach is on live on Instagram. Hi, Zach from Celebrity Cruise.
Oh, hey.
Have a wonderful night. Tell Monica we said hi.
And the kiddos.
And the kids, of course. Okay. It's weird whenever we have two properties that we love.
And like we're torn as far as like I could see us being happy, like staying here.
Yes.
But I could also like see us being so happy at the farm. I don't know.
It's a weird thing because the house that we live in is the house that I grew up in. So I grew up here for 18 years. My mom and my family moved out and then we bought it back. We just talked about this the other night. What year? 2016. So 7 years ago, we bought it back. We've been living here for 6 years. So like, it's sentimental because like me and my siblings were raised here and then we're raising our children here. So there's like a sentimental aspect to it. And it's like downtown and it's charming and it's cute. And like, we love the area, but at the same time, our yard situation is so small. And then when we get out to the farm, what?
I just realized I was petting the cat. But
did it look like?
You can see it on Instagram and TikTok, but on YouTube, you don't see anything. So there's a cat right there. I'm not just petting Thomas.
Yeah, he just pets and strokes me during our live. But on the farm, it's like we go there and the kids just like disappear. Like they go off and they're climbing trees and they're like playing tag and they're playing explorers and like they just have like their imaginations just run wild at the farm. And that is exactly the kind of childhood that PJ always described that he had growing up. And so as much as we love the farm and it's so great, I really feel like we would be doing it mostly for the kids, like, because they do love it out there. And every time we're out there and we leave, they're always like, no, we don't want to go home. We want to stay out here longer. And I don't know.
Let's see what this is.
What? So yeah, the farm is wonderful for the freedom and the creativity that it gives our family. Our house in town is wonderful because it has been in my family for so long and it's so convenient to literally everything in our town. So I don't know. That's why we're like, we at least need to give the farm a trial run to see if we fall in love with it.
Yeah.
Okay. So enough about the farm. Let's talk about Taylor Swift. Britton on TikTok said, do you like Taylor Swift? Do we?
Yes.
Yes, you guys, she has consumed every single part of our life for the last month, ever since we saw the Eras tour in Nashville. All we listen to at the gym is Taylor Swift. All we listen to at home is Taylor Swift. All we listen to in our head is T Swift. Our TikTok has become Swift talk, basically. It's like everything lately. You remember what I told you that night? Tell them what I told you.
Oh, I don't know.
Remember that thing I told you? Tell them.
No, I don't remember.
Come on, tell them that thing. I said that I like kind of almost can't wait for this era to be over.
Oh, I do remember.
Because like she's so all consuming for us for some reason. Like we talk about her. We like PJ's watching every TikTok on her. It's like everything is like her right now.
After her concert, the next day when we came home, I was depressed for 2 days. I was not even a Swiftie before going to that concert, but that was like a religious moment for me.
Yeah.
It was
took us to church.
And I listened to not just like Taylor Swift. I listened specifically to the Eras tour on Apple Music.
Like the playlist.
And I listened to it for like a week to the point where I was like, I was going to bed singing it in my dreams. I was singing it. I was waking up in the middle of the night singing it, waking up the next day singing it. And then I had to like cut it off. So I like stopped listening to it because it was not healthy at that point anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. So we do love Taylor Swift. We love her very much.
Like if I knew her address and I lived close by, I might drive by her house or something like that, you know.
Same. But like same. Yeah, no, she's wonderful. I mean, I feel like there's like so many different things about her that we love. So like I relate to her because I enjoy writing. And obviously she's a great songwriter and just a writer in general. And so I love that aspect and I like love studying her songs and like the number of syllables that she uses in a certain sentence because it always matches the next sentence that comes, and just like her prose and the structure of her songs is so fascinating to me. But at the same time, she's very, I mean, you can tell she's like very type A and very like a perfectionist. And I feel like that's why you relate to her.
I love her like work ethic.
Mhm.
She is such a hard worker. And like she's very like creative when like doing her work, but also like just planning things out and strategic.
Mhm.
She seems very smart. Brendan asked, I feel like he asked earlier if we were going to have another show. Oh, right there. Still trying to go to another show. I thought he was asking if we were going to do another show.
Yeah, he's saying, are we going to go to another show?
Like first? A Taylor Swift show.
Yeah.
We want to.
Lori said T Swift is an extraordinary talent. Even at my mature age, I find her phenomenal. I know. The thing is, she transcends like age demographics, I feel like. Because, I mean, she herself even talked about how she's 33, and it's like they used to put pop stars out to pasture at 33, and she's still like, she is the music industry, and it's wonderful. It's so cool. Real quick. Okay, Derek said, what do you write, Thomas? Is it poetry, stories, or journaling? So I write on our blog, pjandthomas.com, but I don't know. I just enjoy writing. I don't know, poems sometimes, mostly for PJ. And I just enjoy writing. Real quick, also, Jim said, we're throwing it back to Holiday House. He said, so what's wrong about keeping both houses? If the kids are in a good school, you stay at your house in town during the week and spend weekends at the farm, and then during the summer, stay at the farm full time. That is like our backup plan. If
we'll see. Yes, but we also have the beach shack, which the point of it was to stay at that during the summer.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. Kitty, bye.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of one fun thing about this house that I thought of while we were talking, I forgot to mention.
What?
We did a really fun thing with the house that we're currently in. We did a house tour, and we filmed it back in February, but we didn't film it. Somebody else filmed it. And I think this month is the month that it's going to be coming out. So I can't wait to show you guys. Right. We've never done a house tour because we've never felt like our house was finished. And I still don't feel like it was finished. But when this company reached out to us about wanting to do a house tour, we were like, let's do it. And it's not Architectural Digest. Just FYI.
It's not, but I will give you a hint.
And it never will be.
I'll give you a hint. 6 years ago, we did a house tour.
If you've been a Stan fan and you've been following us along for a while, you know who we're talking about.
Yeah, 6 years ago, we did a house tour with these people as well. Wink, wink. Someone on TikTok said, "Guy in the striped shirt, stop fidgeting." I can't help it. I'm sitting on like a wooden metal chair and I'm so uncomfortable. So I'm like just trying to fidget and get it comfortable. Someone on TikTok said, is it interior? It is an interior house tour.
Yeah. Which we've never done on YouTube. We've always wanted to do it on YouTube, and we've always said we were going to, but we just never felt like our house was finished. And it's, in my opinion, it's still not finished, but like I said, we just had to say yes.
We made it work. Shayna said, who usually wakes up first in the morning? Okay, he needs to settle down.
That's always Thomas, but this week it's been me.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every single morning.
Ever since we've been back from the cruise, I've gotten it before Thomas.
I love a routine. Excuse me. I love a routine. So that's why I'm actually excited for the boys to be back in school for at least the month of June, because I love having a routine. And my routine is always like wake up early, have my coffee, and then take them to school. Joshua said the gay fidget, it comes natural. I guess that's what it is.
Will over on TikTok said, "Are you guys going to come back to YouTube full time again?"
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think so anytime in the near future, only because it's just the amount of time that it takes to, like, I mean, we're talking about like to post a video once a week, which is what we used to do all the time, was working on like filming for a week, but and then editing for a week. So I mean, it's just it's so much work, and it's really hard with the life that we have right now because of how busy things are with having 3 kids. And like before, when it was just the 2 of us, it was so easy to like manage it. Well, I say easy, it actually wasn't. It was hard back then when it was just 2 of us, but then we added 3 more people to our family, and it's nearly impossible.
Well, and also, I mean, we got really big into YouTube, like serious about it during the pandemic, because we were, I mean, obviously we had done it for 5 years before then.
I mean, you say that to me. Yeah, I was serious about it before pandemic.
Yes, but we weren't like every Sunday at 8 p.m. like we were. You know what I mean? Like it was like maybe every week and a half or every 2 weeks. And then once we were home all the time, we really committed to uploading every single week because we were home all the time like everyone else. So we had the time to do it. And now it just feels like we're playing catch up all the time with the YouTube videos. Oh, Brendan's sweet over on YouTube. Thank you. Hello, Tina from Australia. So Hare and Dragon over on YouTube said the boys are going to school in June, summer school, or is that how the Tennessee school year works?
So it's like a summer, it's not summer school, but it's a summer program through the school system.
Yes. Seymour says over on TikTok, hey y'all, where's PJ's shirt from?
This is from Hollister.
Wonderful. Someone said, how do your kids differentiate between the 2 of you? Basically, like, what do we call them? Or what do they call us? They call me daddy and they call PJ dad.
Or Pappuccino. Or Papa.
Or Papa.
I have multiple nicknames for all of the kids, and they have multiple names for me.
Yeah, they do.
But they also call you dad sometimes, and they sometimes call me daddy.
That's true. Yeah, Derek knows. Daddy and Pappuccino. And Derek said, I don't know how PJ finds all the time in his day for all of his projects.
Well, for one, Thomas does all of the other things like laundry and folding and grocery shopping and dishes and waking the kids up in the morning. So
we work well together. Oh. Like I do stuff so that you can do whatever, and you do stuff so that we can do whatever. So yeah. Johnny Fettuccini, PJ's shirt is from Hollister. So yeah. Bryce said, no disrespect, Thomas, but your mind is fine. But I think he meant man.
I don't get it.
No, over on YouTube, no disrespect.
Oh, your man.
I think he said your man. I think your man is fine. Hello, trust me, I know this.
What about you?
Always.
I assume so. Thomas, I assume your shirt is from Ralph Lauren. Yes.
Edwin, it is from Ralph Lauren. I always said, so we've worked with Ralph Lauren like 3 times, and that was such a dream partnership.
I know. I would love to work with them again.
I've always said, like I've told PJ, I'm like, if I were to only have to wear one brand for the rest of my life, it would be Ralph Lauren.
They like, so, and yeah, that's the thing. I'm cheap when it comes to like fashion because I could shop at Walmart and be fine. But putting on one of their jackets, like whenever we do partnerships with them, I always like tend to like go heavy on like coats and jackets. Putting on one of their jackets is like, oh, it's nice. It's like heavy and you can tell it was made right. And Oh, I loved it. But I would never like spend that much money
on a jacket.
On a
I
jacket.
think someone's here.
Is it Julia?
Is it the kids? Oh, it's our kids.
Oh, we can't show them on TikTok.
I know. So hold on 1 second. Hi, guys. Hello, loves. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay. Okay. So cute.
This is a real mermaid.
Yeah.
It's
It's a real mermaid.
So cute.
We may call it a night, guys. Here, I'm gonna TikTok. If we show the kids, it will like block you. So I'm gonna hide you for a second. But YouTube and Instagram, guys, you want to say hi?
I know. We always get flagged every time the kids even like make an appearance on TikTok. Look,
So there's Johanna and Alan and Raya. And they're with their Aunt Cherish.
She's just out of frame. You want to come in and say hi? Come on. Oh. Hello.
So they just got back from church. But
All right, let's go.
okay,
They're gonna go outside. All right.
on you go outside.
Oh.
Okay.
But guess what?
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
It could be for girls or for boys, right?
She said it's for girls.
I don't
Right, you
know.
need to take your socks off, okay? If you're going outside. You're gonna put shoes on? You're gonna put shoes on? Okay. Either shoes on or socks off, okay?
Okay, so that's the one thing about like school or other social settings where like pink is for girls and blue is for boys. I don't even know what she's talking about.
I don't either. She was holding up our daughter was holding up a picture of mermaids and was saying it's only for girls. We are so big on every time. She's the only one that does it. I don't know why. Our boys don't care. They're like,
well, Raya has come home from school and said, so-and-so said, oh, Raya used to paint his fingernails.
yes, our son.
He always liked to do that. And so we let him, and then at school, one of the kids said something. And so he hasn't done that since then, but yeah, anyways.
But our daughter's always like, yeah, this is like only girls can do this or only boys can do that. And every time she does, it's like, we try to drill it into her. It's like, no, like anyone can do whatever they want. Like it's not just a girl or I don't know. I do think it probably has to do with the fact that she's the only girl in the house and she's trying to find like connection with other girl things.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all boys in this house. That's why I would love to have a little sister for her one day.
Yes. Okay. Unfortunately, guys, now that the kids are home, we're going to have to, as they come back in.
We need to get a water bottle.
Okay. Well, we're going to end it. Thank you guys so much for joining tonight. We will see you guys next Sunday on our regular schedule.
Yes.
We'll do 8 p.m. again.
That sounds good.
But until then, goodbye.
Bye, guys. Have a wonderful week. And thank you so much for watching.
Now can we go into TikTok?